Hello, everyone. This is Independent Conservative. I'm Ryan Bowling. Thank you all for joining me. So there was a poll that was conducted that stated that over 66% of Americans believe that illegal immigration is contributing to the high rise of crime in this country. Now, shouldn't be a shock to anyone. And when I read that headline, I was not shocked at all. This piece I'm going to read you from Breitbart News is an opinion piece, so it's going to come off as an opinion in certain areas, even though the writer of this particular article is citing some factual data in it, okay? So I'm just going to read you guys a portion of this opinion piece from Breitbart News, and then I'm going to give you guys my opinion. Yeah, so, yeah. And it's going to be directly against these politicians because they're part of the problem, if not the entire problem, right? Polling shows that 2/3 of Americans believe illegal immigration, quote, may contribute to the violent crime problem in America. You think? That's what the writer of the article says. His fraudulency, Joe Biden invites millions and millions of unvetted third world illegals, most of them young unaccompanied men. What the hell do you expect? The good news is that most of this violent crime is happening in Democrat-run cities. This means that the people who live in those cities are getting what they voted for, and because this is America, people should get what they vote for. Be happy for them. And then he said there's a report polled at 1,149 likely voters between March 13, 14, and 17 found the following. This is called the Rush-Mushin report. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. And accordingly, it says only 31% said they were not very or not at all concerned about illegals contributing to violent crime. That is less than half of the 66% who are concerned. The internals are fascinating. Among white people, 64% are concerned about the connection between illegal immigration and crime. However, and this is the part that stood out to me right here, okay? However, among black people, a whopping 73% are worried. And why wouldn't they be? Black people disproportionately live in the Democrat-run cities that posture as sanctuary cities. While there is still a lot of denial among Democrats, 51% say they are concerned with the connection between illegal immigration and crime compared to 84% of Republicans. That's all I'm going to read right there in that article, that portion of the opinion piece. Right there. I mean, I think you get the gist of that. Yeah. What I wanted to say is this. I find it interesting that just about every time a poll is conducted, it'll always say the opposite of what the politicians are telling you. The politicians will say something opposite. They will say the American people really want X, Y, and Z. They want this. They want that. Especially the Democrats. They want this. They want that. They want all of this, right? And then there will be a poll conducted that will give practically the opposite of what the politicians spit at us, okay? And my point is this. Don't listen to the politicians. Maybe I shouldn't say don't listen to the politicians. Let me take that back a little bit. I don't want to be too harsh. But I think that people should have a little bit more discernment when it comes to what these politicians are telling us. Because what the people really want is they don't want to walk down the street and be robbed by somebody that's not supposed to be here, be assaulted by somebody that's not supposed to be here, be killed by somebody that's not supposed to be here, okay? They want low inflation or no inflation at all, okay? That's what most working Americans really want. But politicians time and time again get on TV, get on these platforms, push these campaigns claiming that they're for the American people when in reality the polls show that they're not. They gaslight American people all the time. They tell us all the time in so many ways, don't believe your lying eyes. I know that's what you see. I know that's what you feel. I know that's what you smell. I know that's what you taste. I know that's what you hear, but it's not true. We are the politicians. We know what we're talking about. You American people don't know what you're talking about. That's why we are over you. That's why we're ruling you, because you don't even understand what you see. That's basically what they're telling you in so many ways. Okay? The politicians are telling you, you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're talking about, American people. But when the polls are conducted, the polls say, we don't want these people over here. Send them back to where they came from. We cannot hold them. They are hurting our people. They are killing us. They are raping us. They are taking up our goods, stuff that was supposed to go to us. They're taking it up freely without any opposition. That's what the American people are telling us. And not just blacks, whites, Hispanics, every American, true American is saying these things. But the politicians will tell you something opposite. They're good at rhetoric. That's one of the reasons why I can't stand them. Because they're good at rhetoric. They're good at twisting words to make you feel. I feel so compassionate. I feel so kind. And I just want to help everybody. Oh, God, I just want to help people. I just want to help this person over there. I just want to help people. I just want to help everybody. And they have people that think like that whipped. They have them brainwashed, bamboozled, led astray, run amok. They have twisted the minds of these people to the point where they don't even know which end is. They don't know their butthole from their mouth hole. They don't know. They just don't know because they're too busy focusing on this mainstream media bull crap that they don't know that there's another side to what you've been hearing, my brothers and my sisters. There's another side. And as the article says, as the opinion piece article stated, that it's interesting how that a vast majority of these people that are suffering from this kind of illegal immigration and thinking that and worried about the high increase of high crime because these people are not vetted, we don't know who they are. It's affecting black people accordingly more than everybody else. And I think personally, part of the reason for that is because blacks disproportionately vote for Democrats every single time. I was just watching a video from another YouTuber, and he was showing how that there was a clip. No, it was Anthony Brown Logan. That's, if anybody, I should be able to cite his name. Okay, come on now. Anthony Brown Logan, I remember to cite his name. He had a video on there that was dealing with the same subject in it, and it was in reference to a lady that was being interviewed by three black gentlemen. The name of the show, the podcast, I think it was Think Outside the Box. And they were interviewing this lady in this like little meeting that they were having. And the lady was really upset about all of the illegals coming in. And it was in the city of Chicago. She was so upset with all the illegals coming to the city. She was really upset. And she was going off talking about how they spending all this money for these illegals, this, that, and the other. And one of the young men asked, who says, well, who did you vote for? I'm not going to give you all the details of it. Go to Anthony Brown Logan and check that out if you haven't seen it yet. Yeah, you voted for the Democrats. So blacks disproportionately voted for Biden, right? But Biden specifically said that this is what he was going to do. He was going to open up the borders in so many ways and let these people in. He said that in black people's face. I know a lot of these black people heard that. I know they did. Biden didn't hide it at all. He said it in your face. And it was as if he was slapping black people in the face. Say, I don't give a blankety blank, blank, blank what black people think because I know black people are going to vote for me anyway. Because as he said on the Breakfast Club, with Charlemagne the God, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. He told Charlemagne the God that right in his face. And if other black people were watching that show at that time, he was telling you as well, right in your face, that if you don't vote for him, you ain't black. Now, if that's not racist, if that's not condescending, I don't know what is. But it's amazing to me how black people will vote for these Democrats. It's almost like they're scared if they don't vote for them. It's like, I know what he said was racist and condescending and belittling, but I don't want to take that chance and vote for somebody else. Well, why don't you just not vote at all? But don't vote for the very person. Don't vote for somebody that's dogging you out right in your face. I mean, what sense does it make? It makes no logical sense at all, other than the fact that that person is just so brainwashed they don't know where they at. Yeah, so that's what I had to say on it. This clearly, these polls show the opposite of what politicians are saying. And my suggestion is this, my thing is like this. Stop listening to these politicians. Hear them, but then don't hear them. You know? Cipher out all of the BS that they keep throwing at us. You know, you cipher it out. Like, man, look, all that's a bunch of bull crap. Don't look at the camera. You know, these politicians, they'll look at the camera and say, American people. And I get it. That's a tactic that they use. But you can look me in the face all day. You will not hypnotize me. I'm listening to what you're saying. I'm listening to what you're saying. I'm a little, as a black person, I may be black, but I'm not stupid. And I'm saying that in reference to the Democratic politicians. I may be black, but I'm not one of these, no offense to black people that voted Democrat. I used to vote for Democrats all my life. But you get my point. That's the way white Democratic politicians think about us. That's the way they think about us. They think we are stupid. That's why one of the reasons why they don't change their policies in reference to black people. Okay. Now, I already made a comment about Democrats not changing their policies because in the previous video because I felt many of the Democrat politicians are communists. That's another whole story. But in reference to black people on a lower level, Democrats are not going to change their policies. Why should they? Why should I change my policies? Why? If I'm getting the same results, why should I change? Stay with the same thing. They're going to vote for me anyway. They're going to vote for us anyway. What's the big deal? So that's what I had to say about that. You know, hey, politicians say one thing, the polls say another. Politicians say this, the American people say that. So there's some discrepancy there. What's going on here? To sum it up, I would be more inclined to hear what the regular people have to say rather than what the politicians have to say, because what the politicians have to say is a whole bunch of BS because it doesn't match up with facts. It doesn't match up with experience. It doesn't match up with what's going on in the real world. While they live in their quote unquote ivory tower places protected with all their money, we are the ones suffering from the policies they push. Cut it out, man. Enough is enough. But that's what I had to say about it. What do you guys think about this? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. God bless you all. See you again.